All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Sorry, too much clapping there. I had to stop it. Hello, everyone. I'm Roswell Royce Laurie. I am the creator of one of the world's coolest Facebook on this planet and in the universe and beyond. It's cool folks who love to bachata and more. And I do mean more. Okay, guys, this is it. Last interview for the month of June before we go on a summer break. Okay, so I just want to say, first of all, 3 years ago, my vision was to gather 2,800 of the world's greatest dancers from all over this world. I know COVID has affected everyone personally and professionally. I created this platform so you guys have the opportunity to come back and let the world know about you at your events and a little bit more about you um, by doing these interviews. Okay, I know these interview stuff is kind of weird. Not many people do this. You know, according to Facebook, I'm supposed the original agreement I had with Facebook is like you guys are supposed to just put your post sayings, and I'm supposed to put like or love, right? I didn't tell Facebook anything about these interview stuff, so they haven't yelled at me yet. I guess I'm okay. I haven't gotten anything from, from Facebook legal saying, Russell, what the heck are you asking these people? So I'm good so far. And Facebook and social media does monitor these videos, and they keep track of questions that I ask you guys and questions that you guys talk about, and blah blah blah. So I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, and I do mean that from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of those who took a chance on me and to go live with me. As everyone knows, I never had like a media one-on-one course or television course. I just go with my heart, and if it feels good, I just, take it from there. And so a lot of you took a very, very big chance on me, and I appreciate it. And so thank you. Okay. Um, I want to say also, SuaveBeats, it's coming on today. I know. He was, he came on like a few months ago. No, actually, no, wait, let's back up here. Suave Beats was supposed to be the first person I was supposed to interview right after Christmas, right? So if everyone remembered, I made that beautiful announcement. I put the flies, I put his face next to mine, and blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, it didn't work out. And then we decided to do this whole thing, entire stuff again back in April. It worked out. And today is the last interview. And in honor of today's interview, I decided to ask Suave B to end our season of interviews because number one, he's a great guy, and I respect this guy more than anyone on this planet, especially in the dance world. He's a good guy. He's honest. He's sincere. You know, um, he deserves to be here. He deserves to, he deserves to be interviewed almost every day. Let's just say that he's a good man. Okay, so I'm blessed to have him here again. Okay, let me just make a couple of quick announcements before I bring Suave on. I'm back home in New York. Okay. It's great to be back. I've been in Atlanta for like almost like 8 months, due to some, family matters. As everyone knows, parents are not doing so well, and I had to go down south and blah blah blah. So I'm back here. Okay, and I'm happy to be here. I'll be here only until maybe until the summer. Then, every like September, October, I pack up and I head back down south. So, but I'm here for now, and I'm happy to be back home. It's great to be back in New York. Um, I'll be in Miami this weekend. Yes, I'm coming to hang out with my friends from Central Movement and everyone from Cool Folks and beyond. So I'm coming to give everyone a hug, a big hug, a Roswell hug, and say, "What's up? Let's take pictures." You know me, I take pictures. I post it. And I'm looking forward to dancing with all the women, married, single, or whatever. So I'll be in Miami only for like less than 48 hours because I just have some family stuff to do back here in New Jersey. But I'll be coming. So, if you guys don't know me, don't be shy. Come up to me, say hello to me. I don't bite. introduce yourself to me. If I remember you by face and name, I'll do the same. But I'm happy to see everyone in Miami, and yeah, so it's going to be a great journey. I have some good news and some bad news. Okay, bad news. Okay, I hate to say this, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No more 1 hour interviews. Okay, some of you are like, yeah, it's about time. This guy. No, I'm sorry. I'm lonely. I'm a lonely child. I don't have. I love to talk to you guys for an hour, two, three, six. Suave is on tonight. Let's see how far he'll go with me. Let's see. He's live. He can't just like take off. Anyway. So no more of that. Beginning in July, the good news is that we have more cool folks who decided to go live with me. Okay, I'm so happy. George Sharon is going to go live with us in July. Adamaya, he just confirmed today. Got our people in Texas. Bachata Horeta, he's going to join us. We have Amanda Brown. She's going to join us. We have Ricky Jenkins. He's going to join us. Florida, Martin Barrio. He's going to be here. My good friend from New Jersey, Chris, and beautiful friend Christina Pietro is going to be here. California, Jimmy Boo's going to be here. And more and more and more and more. Cool folks from all over the world are going to be going live with Cool Man Who Loves the Bachata for the month of July. After the month of July, I'm going to take a long vacation, take some time to relax, do some family stuff, and then we're going to kick this off again for the fall semester. But we're not going to do the traditional, interviews, 30 minutes an hour. It's going to be something really, really big, and I want each one of you to be a part of. So look out for my announcement the ending of August. Okay? All right, enough talking. Suave, if you're still awake, Suave is used to me talking by now. Suave, if you're still awake, I want you to join us. Okay? Suave is an organizer and head DJ at Bachata Addict. Biba DJ at Resorts World, Las Vegas. He's working also as we all know, as a radio broadcaster, and we all love him for what he does. He's coming to Miami. Yes, he's going to talk about that. He'll be there also Saturday, at the Central Movement event. He's going to talk about that. I'm proud to see him again. His event is coming up July 4th weekend, the Las Vegas Congress. I got some questions I need to ask Suave also, and he's also going to share some more information on him. And I got a couple of his videos I want to share with you guys. So there's a lot to cover in 8 hours. So let's begin. Oh, I mean an hour. I'm sorry. Did I say 8? Suave, wake up.
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up, bro? Wake up.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
We're live. Okay. As everyone knows, I just announced that, we're not going to do any more of the 1 hour, 6, 5, 100-hour interviews. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed and, and stuff, but we're going to do something at least, like 30 minutes and whatever, with the folks in July. So all of you guys that are going to interview me with me in July, consider yourself fortunate. But Suave, I'm happy. I'm like, wake up, bro! Don't get no on Facebook yell at me. I want to look pretty. Look. Pretend that you're awake. Okay. So Suave, I love you. You know that. The relationship we had is that I met you. Is it 2 years now? Is it two? No, last summer. Were you here last summer or the summer before?
Bro, the time passes so quickly that I can't even
Is it
catch
2 years? I came to.
I think it's around 2 years.
Yeah, I came to his event, and I had I called him before he was showing. I'm saying, hey, when you see me, make sure you say hello, okay? So I came to one of his events. He did a great job. I met him for the first time. I stayed through the entire night listening to all of his music. He did a wonderful job.
In New York, right? That was New York.
In New York, yeah.
New York,
When you first came to New York, right? When you first came to New York and whatever, you did a great job. And since then, you're just cool. I mean, you're just a nice guy. You're honest. You're honest. I want everyone to know, of all the people that I met on this planet, you are true to your words. You're loyal, and you're honest. So those are qualities I look for in anyone on this planet. Okay, especially in the entertainment business. For someone to have those qualities, it's amazing. So thank you, for being you. Okay.
I appreciate that, man. I mean, I try. I'm not perfect, but I try. I try to keep it real and keep it
Yeah,
honest.
no, I'm sorry we ran up a little late. As everyone knows, again, I had some IT issues from my end and stuff. So Suave has been on time. He's been waiting for me. Like, Roswell, did you not comb your hair yet? I'm like, hey, it takes a long time for, black,
Hey, hey, I took a nap.
guys
It's
to
all
like
good.
get the jury curls, and you know what it's like. So anyway, Suave, I got some questions for you, bro. I know you, but I don't think much. I don't know if everyone in the world knows you. Can you please tell people a little bit about you?
About me, DJ SuaveBeats. Well, I'm just a humble sound provider. I just play music. Nobody knows I'm there. I'm just kidding. No, so yeah, I'm DJ Suave Beats. Everybody, for those who don't know, uh, born in Puerto Rico, raised in Puerto Rico, and then when I joined the military, I ventured out the island. Ended up out here. As years pass and as more I miss the island, the more I missed the island, the more I wanted my music, and that's when I arrive at the beginning of the journey of DJing back in 2008. Uh, like I said before in our first part of the in our interview back in April, I learned from many different DJs. I got inspired, and one of those many DJs that I got inspired by was obviously in when it comes related to the dance scene is obviously was Tigre back then. He was the one that I saw the potential of salsa and bachata around the world, around the United States, the stuff that he's been doing for a long time, and that also inspired me too back in the day, uh, and got me, it lit a fuse that got me obsessed with succeeding and doing the same or kind of similar success. Uh, worked, started doing socials, started networking, and from there it went to the sky, man. I mean, that's how I met Christian Sola. That's how I met Jorge Charun. That's how I met uh, many in the Latin dancing industry, especially at every Congress. I would say, I started in Jacksonville. We started from the bottom, and now
Mhm.
we're here. I started in Jacksonville, then went to Orlando, then went to Miami, Aventura Dance Cruise, Chicago, Francisco, Texas, you name it. We did it all. We did it all. And all of a sudden, from somebody that just got introduced to the DJ game, and then all of a sudden I'm traveling everywhere to every bachata congress and salsa congress. I mean, that was exciting, that. But the years passed, and I was doing great, but life happens, right?
Mhm.
Life happens sometimes, and I did get burned out. I did get overwhelmed, and finally, like in 2016, I just had to stop and reconfigure my life because it was I was not organized. I was touring. I was going to every congress, but I was not stable. I was at the point. It's been like years. We were talking about almost 7 years doing it, and every year the Congress every weekend, and it burned out. It did burn me up, and people look at me crazy every time I tell this story, because I mean we're talking about going to congresses, being known, being popular, having a great time, right? But things happen. I was not stable in my personal life at that time, and it was affecting a lot of people that I love and that I work with, especially even some Congress hosts as well. I was not able to to commit like I was doing because I was encountering a lot of problems. So I decided to take a step back. I called up all the people that I was working with and explained them my situation, and I needed to just take a break for a long time. I don't know how long it was going to be. So I decided to hook up some DJs. I mean, I remember when I was talking to Salsa Heat, I would, I was telling them, look, man, I am so sorry. I will not be able to continue to DJ the big social and and some of the bachata madness that they would do there. And then and I had to cancel many other events. And but I did my best to not leave them hanging. So I recommended like Mambo Tribe. I recommended Fat Tony. I recommended and those guys are doing fantastic on their own. They are the best out there in Orlando. I mean, with Koki, and I mean Orlando is top tier. It's always been top tier, and I'm proud to have a history over there. Um, and yeah, I just I was like, I'm not, my head is not in the game anymore. Let me, these are all these opportunities that I have, all these gigs. Let me just go ahead and give them to these guys who are working as hard. They're trying to move up. Mambo Tribe. I remember he would ask me all the time, "Hey man, can I get a chance in South Heat? Can I, And in fact, Tony was doing a lot of great work with Island Touch at the time, and he would do gigs with them and stuff. But as soon as I left, I made sure those opportunities that I had was passed along to good, talented people, and they took it and they made it their own, and now they're killing it out there. So it's just great to watch. And yeah, and took like a couple years off. Found the love of my life, and found a great job, started great businesses, got my life together, got my got my career together, everything great, right? And then I got transferred, my job transferred me to Las Vegas. Now this is what happened. I got to Vegas, nostalgic DJ emotions started coming back, seeing all this action going around in Las Vegas. You see these, I mean, it's an entertainment capital of the world. That's all you see out here. It's DJs, beautiful venues, big events. They do it big here every weekend. I mean, I can't even catch up with what's going on, but there's something going on every day here, and it's wild. I wanted that action, but with a different approach. Now that everything in my personal life was stable, I happily married, beautiful child, money's right. No, none of those worries anymore. I decided, well, I need to get back to what I love to do. I need to do it. And at first, I was like, let me just do it. I'm not gonna do it at the big way, like I did before. I was traveling all over. Yeah, yeah, right. But so I started doing. I started Nate Strayer here in Las Vegas from Rhythms Dance Studio. He gave me the chance first. Am I okay? I'm frozen. You hear me?
You're good. You're good. You are super good. There's a lot of
Oh,
stuff
okay, it's my
I,
computer
I,
then.
I want to I want to jump right in and say um you're a celebrity, and when you are a celebrity, it's kind of hard to say uh, no all the time. I mean, when when I was young, right? When I was thinking about just getting into like television, being in front of the camera and all of that stuff. Like I remember looking at an interview of someone. I don't remember the guy's name and stuff, but I remember the person that asked him a question was like how do you she said like how do you overcome like the media, like how do you not become overwhelmed, how do you like just like able to balance everything and just still have a family and kids and live a normal life and stuff like that. And um and his response was, sometimes you got to say no even to good deals, because if you keep saying like yes to everything, then that's not good. So I didn't really understand that response. I just thought he was just being like he was just trying to say that because he was on television or whatever. Then Suave, it happened to me. Um, um, I started out in New York in television. You know, as everyone knows, my first job, I I worked at The View many years ago. You know, I was one of Barbara Walters' assistant production people. I worked behind the camera and learned about media, especially in New York. I, you know, was like run, 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 do this. You know, if you say no, then no one's going to talk to you or whatever. And I didn't really get burnt out to the point where I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? I mean, as everyone knows, you know, I didn't, I never, you know, drinking, smoking, drugs, all of that stuff, getting violent. Yeah, I never did any of that. How I dealt with all that stuff and all the rush, I just decided, I just decided to begin saying no, right? I was remembering what that guy said in an interview that sometimes it's it's good to say no. I said no, and it was very difficult to actually uh, maintain like a healthy relationship with the television studios because you know producers, you know, models, actors, you know, they're used to saying yes. And here's Roswell, you know, who never had a journalism course in his life or an acting course. You know, he never drank, he never smoked, he never did, and he's, you know, he goes to bed like at 8 p.m. You know, wakes up the next day at 7 a.m. You know, goes to church. You know, he doesn't live the media life, even though he's in. So by saying no, I learned to really prioritize what really matters to me and just, you know, what can wait, you know. So I don't know. I know what I'm kind of what I'm saying is kind of weird. I'm not at your level. I don't think I ever will be. Or all of these people that are on a Cool Folks Love the Bachata. I mean, you guys are up to. I'm not even an organizer. I probably said this 500 times. I'm not a dancer or whatever. I'm not an actor. I'm just Roswell. You know. So for me, how I try to manage stuff or to keep a normal life is that there are good deals that I said no to, um, you know, and I don't regret it up to this day. You know, there were contract people wanted me to sign. People say, "Oh, you're going to be famous. You're going to be this." I'm like, "That's your dream, but it's not my dream." You know. So I guess what I'm trying to say, as everyone knows, you know, I'm approaching the big 5-0. You know, I've seen the world. You know, and I traveled here, I traveled there. I've done this, I've done that, blah 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 blah, and I'm entitled to say no because I understand what no means. You know, so I'm not saying no uh, to me. I'm just saying no to someone else. So I guess what I'm trying to say, to make a long story short, Suave Beats, is that um, you know, not everyone is as fortunate as you or I to make it this far in life, or in your case, I mean, to actually come back and whatever, you know, especially the young ones, you know, some young people out there, they're burnt out, they may never come back or whatever. But you were able to do it, you know? So let me ask you this question. Um, to come back, right? Right? 2008, 2016, whatever, for you to come back, how much energy did it take for you to say, you know what, I'm back, you know, and I'm never going to go down that road again. So the reason I'm asking you, Suave, because there are children that are listening to this, right? And one of the reasons I decide to have these interviews is not only so you guys can come on camera, look pretty, promote your events, and be gone, but so you guys can really help those who really need help, especially the young ones. And you know, you have kids, right? And one day your child is going to be like, you know, be confronted with something, you know, a good deal, and then you know the child might say, I don't know, yes or no. So to make a long story short, you know, you know how did you manage to actually come back, you know, to the world that you want to? Like how did you do it?
So in my case, it was the ambition. I'm a very ambitious person, and when I want to do something, I get that fire, and it just,
Okay.
it just pushes me to get what I want. But for the kids, what that means is, um, you're gonna know if you love something, you're gonna know you're gonna want to do it, and you're gonna have that feeling that you have to do it, uh, and it will not seem like a task. It will not seem like it's a mountain or a wall that you have to climb over. It's not going to feel that way.
Mhm.
It's just going to be clear in your mind what you need to do. And you want you truly what when I came back, I knew what I wanted. I want to do this,
Mhm.
and I want to do it. I'm gonna relearn. Even though I did this for many years, I
Mhm.
still wanted to learn. Be always open minded to learn new things. Never stay comfortable with what you know already. Uh, and when I was when I decided to do it again, uh, I did have an opportunity to do socials, which is what I was familiar with exclusively at the time. And like I was saying before, and I apologize to the public. It's just I saw on my feed that it froze, so I thought the live feed was frozen, but it's just me. It's just on my side. But yeah, that before that happened, I was gonna say, I really appreciate Nate Strayer out here in Las Vegas. He's one of the the biggest studio owners out here, and here there's so many great studios. It's fantastic. I'm having a great time over here working with all of them. But Nate was the first one that I just called and asked him, uh, "Hey, it's Suave Beats. I know I've been hiding for a while, but I've been wanting to come back. Suave, what the hell? You live in Vegas? Next social, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh shit." Oh, I'm sorry. Oh snap. And 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 that's how it was, and I went and did the social, back to the fray. I felt like, wow, I'm back, but still I had to wait. Between gigs, I had to wait a long time to continue to do socials. So I went. I decided to apply another strategy, and you have to try new things to succeed. I couldn't. I know I was not gonna level up quick enough uh, as just a social dance DJ. I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to do those hip hop nights. I wanted to do the Great Gatsby at the World Resort. I wanted to do the Viva. And, I wanted to do the sushi samba at the Venetian. I wanted to do the Click at the Cosmopolitan. I want those big clubs. Open up at the Dryas. Do the pool parties. And I at first when I started with Ultra, which I also called. That's the secret, guys. You want to call. Always ask. You never know until you ask. Uh, I got with Ultra when I got with Ultra. They checked my history. They're like, oh, very impressive. We see that they know about the congresses and all that. That's just not their market, but they know. They're like, oh, we see that you do like social dance style and stuff like that. Are you ready to are you ready to do more? I mean, we'll just put you. If you're ready, we'll give you some gigs. And I was like, yes, yes, let's do it. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, I want to do what I need to do. I'll do the research and I'll do what it needs to be done so I can succeed. So they started booking me first at and actually, which is a franchise, and it's funny. The Taco Bell Cantina. That's like a club version of the Taco Bell they have over here in Las Vegas, and I'm pretty sure they have in other places, but they're very few. But here in Las Vegas, the Taco Bell, which is in the middle of the strip, so you're right there where the Bellagio is at, and the Caesar's Palace. Everything is in the background. You're and it's the last place that stays open in the strip. So everybody from concerts, games, conventions, they end up there and in, in the Las Vegas way, if you know what I mean. And and yeah, you are having to push your skill set to make 85% of the people there that are who love country, who loves rock, who loves hip hop, who loves EDM, who loves you name it, pop, Britney Spears. You have to entertain those 80% of those folks. And that's what, I like the push. I like the challenge. If I suck, I'm gonna do it better next time. You just have to try. You can never wait for the opportunity. You have to go for it and try and do it. And that's what I did. And now, my phone does not stop ringing for gigs. It's like I'm back to that regular. There's gigs all the time. They're not congresses anymore as many, but they're more of the Vegas market. But the Vegas market is a beast, and I'm seeing a lot of action out here, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm now I do hip hop nights. Now I do reggaeton nights. Now I do the regular Latin nights. Now I also do the socials. I do three to four different socials out here, and I always dedicate myself to make sure each social sounds different. I don't play the same thing. So rhythms Latin night, which is it's kind of like the salsa heat in Orlando out here. That's the biggest one. And obviously, I do the commercial stuff, and then Jordan's is more. I do more of the onto vinyl, sensual, very very smooth stuff there too. Great vibe. And I also do. I started working with. He used to live in Miami. Jody Isnaga. He's out here, and he opened a studio called Havana's Style Dance Company. And I will start doing like Sunday afternoons with him. And it's gonna be timba, salsa, and salsa Colombian. It's a different vibe, and traditional bachata. So it's a different vibe for a different crowd. So I'm working very hard doing the research, and obviously with what I grew up with, it's mostly that. This is music that I've heard my whole life, because in the Caribbean you hear it all, and especially like DJs like Charu and stuff like that. You're in Miami, you're in the, you know all this stuff. You just kind of refine it when you actually go into to perform them, and you bring it to the public, you bring it to the dancers, and you make some magic. Make some magic happen, make those great socials happen. So I really work hard and dedicate myself to stand out and always evolving. You just going back to at the beginning to what you ask. You just have to go for it and make sure you're on top of your game by doing research, learning. Never let ego is number one enemy. Ego is not your friend. Always humble and learning, open mind, and you're gonna get far, far, far. And throw yourself in the sharks. That's what I did.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's the truth. You gotta put yourself out there. If not, nobody's gonna put you out there. You have to put yourself out there. So,
W-
yep, that's
Wonderful. That's great. I appreciate everything you said. Tell everyone a little bit about the Five Star Entertainment. What really is that about?
five-star entertainment. Well, well, well. I got a list of things for that. So, Five Star Entertainment is a brand new company that I started that will be host because of there's so much business going on. I can't do it all. So, it's a entertainment company that I will be in charge of, and I have a wonderful team. They're actually my team is actually from the mob crew. I mean, I've known them for many years. So I have our Ariana, which is a great great person who does our PR and keep us on our toes, which is exactly what I need. Because there's so much going on that we need somebody to crack the whip and make sure we are on track. So, and she also helps out with a lot in the company. Um, and also Eric Anderson. He's a dancer, but he's slowly moving into the game. I've been teaching him. I've been giving him tips and tricks of the DJ world. He's been getting his own gigs. I've been letting him DJ at my events. Great guy. A lot of people love him, and very humble. His DJ name is DJ King Mellow, most mellow person and most fun and humble, great guy. So, I love my team members, and the team obviously is going to grow. We already have a lot of offers going on. I cannot mention yet, but it's big. And we will be hosting a lot of events out here in Las Vegas. We will be bringing a lot of artists out here in Las Vegas. And we will be doing it big here in Las Vegas. And not only for the dance community, which they are part of the MO, but also in the commercial side of things, since that's what I do as well. And we're going huge with the events. We're gonna be also indirectly hosting other events that we're not necessarily gonna be there, but we are running it. So it's a big entertainment company that's growing. We just established this, not lying, like 2 months ago, and now we got a lot of accounts and more to come. So you guys will, if you guys can do me a favor and go to the Las Vegas 5 Star Entertainment crew. Well, it's just Las Vegas 5 Star Entertainment, our page. Give it a like, and you will see all the latest news we got. We currently right now have uh, the one of the hottest bachata nights in Vegas on Thursdays. I mean, thanks to that night, we've been there. There's been other bachata nights popping out of nowhere, which is great. It it kind of gave the push to get more people involved in the community, more
Mhm.
bachateros to come out of the house and to stop going to California to dance bachata. Bachata was a little behind here in Vegas, and other studios attempted it years ago and stuff like that. But Vegas is really mainly timba and Cuban stuff. It's kind of like Miami 10 years ago. So we are bringing, we are working very hard. We've been working very hard to bring the sensual bachata out here, and we have a community that's growing and expanding and getting inspired to do their own nights of bachata, which is great. That's just, the more bachata the merrier, right? That's what we want. We want more dancers, more places, but we are proud to be hosting one of the best ones here in Las Vegas. And that night is evolving. We are gonna be moving to a fancier, more closer location towards the strip. So to all my Las Vegas bachateros, you guys know who you are. It's coming. So we're gonna have some great announcements about that. Um, and yeah, and absolutely, a lot of great stuff. So I'm
Right.
really excited for 5 Star Entertainment.
Right. Okay. Let me. I appreciate everything you're saying. Let me show everyone like a little like video here. They're gonna love this. They're gonna love this.
Oh, sure, sure, yeah,
They're gonna love this. Check this. I know I do. So okay.
yeah.
All right. Check this out, everyone. Look at this awesome, awesome, awesome video.
Tú quieres un cantito, tú te vas a buscar si yo te doy un poquito. Tú quieres un cantito, tú te vas a buscar si yo te doy un poquito. Y si me sube, 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 aquí no me hagas. Tú eres tuyo. Papi, si me sube, 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 aquí no me hagas. Tú eres tuyo. Papi, esto es tuyo. Esto es tuyo. Esto es tuyo. Esto es tuyo. Esto es tuyo.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. The guy with the hat. Was that like a was that like an astronaut hat that he had
Yeah, that
on? Or
was
he
that
was
was actually our alien bachata night in Halloween. So we did a whole space theme in one of our in one of our bachata nights. So it was very galactic, very out there.
Yeah, it's out there, all right. Gee, that's a word. Yeah, that's a word I can think of. It's out there, but like, so you put everything, all the footage and the images and the clip. And so were you the one to put all of that together? Because you did a great job, especially the view of Las Vegas. I mean, and the people dancing. So you choreographer it? I mean, did you do it on your own, or did you have someone that put all the visuals together and stuff? Because I like it.
I
I like
I
that.
have some part of it. I have some part of it, but I have a team behind me that's gathering footage, that's
Mhm.
putting their time, and I really appreciate my team, which is now evolved to Five Star Entertainment. That footage was taken before we even thought of like, hey, we're getting
Uh-huh.
a lot of business. We need to organize somehow. So yeah, that's my team. They put it together. They made it. They're trying to make me look good. Because I'm not perfect. I'm handling 10 million things at the same time, and it's great to have a strong friend, not only friends but business partners that are looking out and keeping the momentum and success.
Okay, so that segment that we just seen, obviously there was a lot of work that was put into that to make it, the way it is. Like you got the dancers. Everyone had to like actually, like be focused. Like the music, the lighting, and everything. So I'm just curious how much time and energy it takes to actually, put all of that together. I know it's not like in a day or like, you know, overnight. Like, I mean, how, let's say for example, like you go back and you look at it, right? And you're like, wait a second, why is this guy, why is this guy dancing this way? And he should be dancing this way. Or like, why are the lights like so dim here, but it's not dimmed? Or like, why is there really an astronaut there and there should not be? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you
Great
know,
question. Great question.
yeah, what happens when Suave Beats have to like go back and be like, oh, it's just no, I I got to do the whole thing over again, or maybe you don't, or maybe like how do you make it the way that you also want it to be, and but it's also going to be acceptable to the public. Like how do you, and the reason I'm asking you that because there is where for like someone that's really good at doing stuff like that, a real, real pro, he can, I can't do stuff like that. I never, I don't know much about graphics and designs and, putting stuff together, but you do, so what happens like, when you have to like go back and be like, what, I need to touch this or touch, like, how do you make that decision? Like, how do you deal with stuff like that?
So a lot of patience and communication. You have to rely on your team, and I'm a guy that's and this was funny about that, but about this, I'm a guy that, and I'm still a little bit used to it. I'm a guy that's go go go. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. And sometimes that takes me to make some mistakes as well. Not big mistakes like controversial, but like there's a word that was misspelled, or something was posted and it kind of reads weird, or
Mhm.
and it's not that I really intend. I'm really not paying attention, but it's just when you are the artist that's driving the whole movement, that movement, and really driving, making things happen, you won't have the time to really take care of the small details, but you should, and I should, but we are human, we're not computers. But that's why
Right.
that's when the support comes in. The support system. You got to have your team. You got to surround yourself with like-minded people. And I know a lot of you heard this. This is something that's been overused, but it's so true. It is 100% true. You got to surround yourself with good people that are going to look out for you and for your success. They might call you out, they might criticize, all that stuff, but you have to take that as a win, because that's what's going to make you better. You cannot be sensitive in this business. I mean, for example, you cannot. you cannot have not no you have to have thick skin. You have to. You know, your team members have to, because sometimes you're gonna have to tell your team, no, that's not how it's done. You know, if we want to succeed, and make sure your work that you've been putting in pays off, we need to do this. We need to do it this way. So it's communication, respect, um, and just willing to do the work and the passion and believe in the project. That's the team that I have behind, and it's a young team now, but that's the kind of people I have in 5 star. We're not we're not playing around. We're going for big, and we are we are working very hard to at least provide our version, because there are many studios working as hard as well, which that's why we have our mutual respect. We know when the people that do congresses, the people that do socials, we you have to give a little, at least a little bit, some respect, because there's a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot of work, a lot of communication, a lot of time, tears, and sweat, and you just have to be able to, you have to surround yourself with a good team and be able to communicate, be clear in your goals, and make it happen. That's why you see those videos the way they are, and they're just gonna get better. And yeah, I mean, it's 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 what it's what it's the strength behind you. So I'm ambling. Let's go ahead and let's
As everyone knows,
the questions
I'm
you have.
sending the reason Suave has this, like, he's flushing red, because I'm sending him like a little like message in a private chat. I'm like, okay, bro, I want to ask you the next stuff. I want to show the videos.
Sorry,
I want to know when I can
I'm
jump in,
sorry.
because
I'm passionate.
I want to
I'm passionate
I
about
want
this stuff.
everyone
I get
I
into
want
it. So
everyone to know. I want everyone to know something. Okay, I want everyone to. The reason I'm trying so hard to keep away from like 8 hour videos is because I don't know when to interrupt people when they're talking. So Suave is doing a great job. He talked about bouncing back and 5 star video and all of that stuff. So being the gentleman that I think I am, I don't know. I'm trying to give him the signal, like like, okay, and that didn't work. And then
I saw
I'm
your
like, let me
wink.
send him a
I saw
friendly
your wink.
message. I'm like, is this a good time for me to interrupt? Because I don't tell
Sorry,
stuff.
there's
So
it's just it's okay. You can interrupt. It doesn't matter. I mean,
I'm gonna go.
it's just
Okay,
a lot of
I
the
want to
things
move
are
on.
very epic.
I want to show the second video, the 5 star, before I really ask him
Oh yeah, sure.
some
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Roswell questions. Okay, so
Ooh, ooh.
let's look at the second one. Okay, I love both of them, but let's look at the second 5 star. Okay, 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 no, okay. I don't even know how to respond to this. Okay, so this is oh, okay, okay, guys. Okay, let's take a quick look at this. And okay.
Man, whoever edited that, terrible.
Wow. DJ Suave Beats. Wow.
I haven't seen this footage in a long time.
Oh wow. I like the costumes. Wow.
Yeah, Jimmy and Paola, love those two. Yeah, it's all about a good time.
Dime, ¿vamos para el mambo o no vamos para el mambo? Tú me dices, mami.
Oh,
Zumba. Hoy sí que sí. Ey. Dime pa' dónde vamos después de la playa. Si no secamos, yo traigo la toalla y de nuevo nos mojamos. Pero en mi
good
cama te voy a dar tabla de selfie al placer. Y ya la vi, anda con dos, la amiga me miró. El VIP se pegó, claro que sí, claro que entró. Hola, mi nombre es Bad Bunny, un gusto, un placer. Aprovechame hoy que obligado no me vuelve a ver.
Oh my lord! Oh, by the way, I love the photo. I just have to let everyone know I love what DJ Smoggy did here. I mean, with him and I together. So, I meant to tell him that a while ago, and I forgot. But I love that. It's just amazing the video that you put together. Now I got a couple questions here. I got to ask. Obviously the drinks, all that stuff that the guy was pouring and the girl was drinking. I mean that wasn't just like plain orange juice, right? With calcium inside. I mean that's deep calcium or what. I'll be honest with you. I can't believe it. I'm approaching the 50, and I don't know what it's like to be drunk or whatever. So I always like make fun of people when I see them like drunk on the dance floor and they're mixing it. It's like cranberry juice with a little apple juice or apple juice and pineapple juice. Like it's funny. And then they act weird and stuff. It's entertaining to me to see people drunk on the dance floor when they dance. But the drinks, like who decides on what drinks to actually be there? Because let me ask you the reason I'm asking you this. Remember, you guys are dancers, you know, and last thing a girl wants is like to look good on the dance floor. She turns and it's flipped, and then all of a sudden you go, or the guy is like, he drinks too much, and then after he acts like a real weird guy, and he doesn't show respect to the girl, and then he get kicked out. So I can't believe I'm asking you this question on here. I can't believe, but yeah, I want to know, like, so who determines, like, is there like a bar determiner manager or someone that determines like what drinks and how much, and or is like just go with the flow and just hope no one acts weird or stuff. So, but I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, you're playing the music, everyone is having a good time, but how do you feel that that what happens if someone actually you know gets too wild? So how do you actually try to control the atmosphere? Suave Beats. How do you? I mean, how do you try to, you know, control your environment? If I can ask you that while you're DJing and you're playing and stuff. I mean, with me, I would be like, I would check up on everyone every like 5 minutes. Stop the music. Is everyone okay? Everyone is alive. Okay, back to the music. Everyone okay? Everyone. Back. There's a reason I'm not doing what you're doing. So if you can please tell us, like, how do you actually, you know, control or manage, the room, the atmosphere while you're doing what you have to do? That's all. I'm just curious.
So no, that's a great question because it is a big part of being in Las Vegas. I know there's certain there's certain versions of the law in other cities, but I feel being in many having been able to DJ in many states, I can see the difference. Vegas do not play with rowdy people. They do not. That's There is a silent rule here because of the law, because you cannot throw a party without security, without license, without a liquor license, without, if you have more than 100 people, you have to have two security guards and you have to provide them. You have to have a promoter's license, you have to have your LLC, you have to have your uh, even a business license too, and you have to be under, or if you don't have it, the business has to have those documents as well available, because there is inspections, they do check if things, and as soon as things get, especially in the strip, as soon as something gets rowdy, there is a elite security team. Believe it, believe me, there is a serious security team. Security here in Las Vegas is booming, so it's a serious thing. And you know you are kicked out of the club if you get too drunk, and you're not even allowed to be that drunk. So the bartenders, they are, because of their licenses, I mean, I'm not a bartender whatsoever. So whoever's a bartender, you know what I'm trying to talk about. They have, you know, they have education, they have licenses, they have, you know, there's a lot to go through before to become a bartender. There's, you know, you don't just go to the bar and serve drinks. You know, there's a lot of knowledge you got to learn. So and then when it comes to determining the drinks, well, at least in the case of that event that you saw, that was sponsored by Bacardi and 818 Tequila. Those are two of my sponsors that I use. They're the ones that take care of the drinks, and they have their representatives there. They have their Bacardi people there to make sure their product is served properly. All the products, all the alcohol is tested before the event, so we are determining what is served, what's in the menu, um, all that stuff. And then the good thing about me being involved with the dance scene and the commercial side of things, dancers, they get to enjoy the dance floor. Party people get to enjoy the bar. It all makes this pretty good, you know. And I have not had any issues with overly drunk people harassing women. I am a very strong advocate at my events to be a safe environment. Unless it's, you know, obviously not every club that I do out here is. I'm not saying that they're not safe, but I control. At least the events that I control are. I make sure all those rules and laws and licenses and requirements are met before you throw a party. So here in Las Vegas, you cannot just throw a party just because. And if you do, you're risking a lot, you know, and you're kind of not doing it at the right level. So there's a lot of planning that goes into it. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, and that's how we determine the night. Now, uh, yeah, that's how it works in a basic sense. You got to just be organized and know what you're throwing, know your people, know what you're bringing, know where you're doing it. So yeah, there's a high standards here.
Right. The reason I guess I'm trying to ask that weird question is because, believe it or not, I was thinking of. I mean, I figured I'm here in New York, and like New Jersey right around the corner. I was thinking about like, like being a promoter for one night. Like just serve. One of those like little halls for one night, and play those like cool bachata music, drinks, just water, no alcohol. So I don't know if that's gonna work. An alcohol-free dance social. I don't know. I'm
There,
thinking,
it does work. It does work, and depends on the state and the location. Here it's not gonna work. Here people want to drink, at least here in Vegas.
because I don't know. So all of the stuff are involved, right? So I have to have a license. I have to get like security guards. I have to, do all of that's a lot of work. I didn't. So I just thought like when I come to events, cool folks love the bachata. They just like just show up looking pretty. They got their friends as a DJ or whatever, and they just rented someone from
Well, nobody's
Craigslist.
supposed to know.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Nobody's supposed to. So the whole point of the events is for you guys to have fun. That's you're not supposed to know who's doing this, who's doing that. You know, you see the DJ vibing, and you're there. You see people dancing, having a good time, and you're having a good time. That's what matters. You know, and not all the events I do. Obviously, like I said, you know, it's dance and commercial mix that I do. Um, it's not all like I mean, but pretty much so far all the socials they like rhythms they have a bar. It's a dance studio, but they have a bar. But the reason why is because they rent out the studio for weddings, and they do have
But you know, it, it's and then I haven't seen. I really have not seen any incidents in my events in my when it comes to Latin dancing. I have not seen it here in my events. It happens maybe, but
I have not seen it. So because we when I do a dance event, I know people are there for dancing,
Mhm.
and but the venue has to they have to get their money too. So I mean,
Okay.
drinking is a big part of it out here, and people
Mhm.
you can drink casually. You don't have to get messed up. I mean, I don't drink anymore. I don't. So I'm same as you. I don't know the names of the drinks and stuff. I only know them if when we're preparing mojito or margarita. Margarita is a very popular one here in Vegas. $10 margaritas. It's a hit for dancers. But
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I just, first of all, I just want to let everyone know, like, whenever I hear like a static or I'm losing signal, I will send like Suave Beat like a little message and be like, whatever, But I was about to send you it 2 seconds ago, then all of a sudden you came back on, so I never sent it. So that's a good sign, So, the big guy is joining our interview today. So thank you for making the static go away right before I emailed Suave. So I just want to say real quickly the alcohol stuff. It seemed like super fun, but I think I'm gonna do one of those like duty free, alcohol free type of like dance event and just see how it goes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking or whatever. I don't care you guys. I don't care what you guys do or whoever does it. I mean, once there's respect and love and everything, but yeah, I just think everyone still should be mindful of what they do and how they do it and who it might affect. Okay. And I know this goes back to like high school 101. At one point, you feel like the king of the world when you're drinking, like super fruit punch or whatever. But then again, think about the consequence, think about the image you're giving someone that doesn't really know you. Think about the day after, think about, some medical reasons or stuff. I come my family, I don't really have alcoholics in my family, but like when I was younger, like some of the men that I kind of knew, they were drinking a lot and stuff. And when I was a kid, Suave, I used to observe how they behaved and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to act weird and stuff." So psychologically, I just try to stay away from alcohol, again, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not telling people not to do it or do it, but I'm just saying, just be mindful of what you do and the consequence and whatever. Especially when you're on the dance floor. This goes for both men and women. So that's all I'm saying. I want to say something that makes more sense. And you touched on it. Especially in the videos. Support, right? People are not really, me, I'm not supposed to really go to events and be like worried about, who's competing against who and, who's not making much money and like who's losing. I'm supposed to just go there and say, hey, what's up? And just leave and whatever. I'm sorry, Suave, but I can't do that because like, being that all of you guys are my friends and I have to, I give support to all of you, and I feel that things need to be done because I just feel kind of like bad that, like it's a Saturday night, for example, and, you know, you know, there's like 5 events that you guys are having, right? Your colleagues, um, you guys are all within like 5 miles radius, right? It could be a major city. I don't know, New York, Miami, Japan, California, whichever city, right? So 5 miles radius, John, Miguel, Jonna, Christina, Rashad, I love them all, right? They got family and food, family and stuff to, all that good stuff. So they decide to, instead of coming together, they decide to like keep with the plan, have their own events and whatever, and So now you and I and a whole bunch of us, we have to decide, who we're going to go to, who we're going to support, how long we're going to stay. Especially someone like me, who has to be like, uh-oh, I don't want people to yell at me or whatever. I just like, how should I decide if I don't go here? Then the next day I'm going to hear about it from this. Then next week I'm going to hear about it. Then this person may never talk to me. So, what about something called support? Like back in the days, like back in the 80s and like 70s, now everyone knows how old I am. Whenever someone around my block had like an event, and I'm not talking about Bachata event, just an event, oh my God, the neighbors go, the neighbor's neighbor go, people from across the country, like they all go to this one kid's event, right? So then the next weekend, someone else has an event, and then the entire world just comes only to this event. Then, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't really see that nowadays, and it could be maybe because I'm still kind of still new. I've only been in the dance scene for like under 10 years, and maybe I wasn't really around before COVID. So I don't know if it's like because now COVID is kind of over and people have to survive, they have kids and stuff. But the bottom line is that I still feel so bad. You know, you guys are not united, or not, you know, or maybe they are. I mean, it didn't work out, but each one of these guys, they spent so much money to make it happen, and one or two people show up to each event, and again, I don't know. So I guess my question to you, bro, because you're a professional and you've been more, you've seen the world more than I did and stuff. How can um the dance world better support one another? I mean, instead of like this happening every weekend or whatever. I mean, is there a way that our five friends can somehow maybe unite, and does it make sense and they come together, or maybe that's going to cause more conflict? I don't know, bro. So I just wanted your opinion, like I asked everyone opinion. How can the dance world, is there a way that the dance world could probably, you know, better support each other during their events? I don't know. I don't know.
So
Maybe
those
it's what it is, I guess. I don't know.
so those issues happen everywhere, Roswell. Um, there's always going to be a state that is a state with their lead studios that are going to be competing. In this business, competition is the norm, because everybody has their own version of what they want to do.
Okay, hold up for a second. I want to interrupt you. Okay, the big guy took a break. he stepped away. Now the static came. Can you just repeat that again? If not, then we're gonna have to just log on and log off again, because that's very important. What you said, I want everyone to listen. So just run that by again. If not, then we'll just log on and
do
log
I
off.
do I sound okay?
Now you're okay. Okay. Don't move. Don't breathe. Just repeat what you said. Okay.
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 So like I said before, it's everybody has their own vision of what they want to do.
Right.
Um, and they want to do it their way. If they try to work together with somebody as passionate about it, but they want to do it their way, there's going to be conflict. That's
Hmm.
where the conflicts are coming from. Everybody has their own vision of the dance scene, and the other person's going to have their own vision. Now you have to me, because it happens here in Vegas. Vegas community is growing, but we have a lot of events that happen at the same time, so people are kind of torn on which one to go. Um, but I say, and they've tried to work together. Sorry, that's my daughter. If you can hear her. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, of
Got to do
course.
got to do daddy stuff.
Okay. Go. All right. While we wait for Suave to come back, I'm, I think I'm gonna sing one of my favorite bachata song. All right. No, I'm not really a singer. I just pretend to be a singer. No, but seriously, guys. You know, um, I want to say thank you to everyone that actually did the interviews with me, or attempted to do those interviews with me. I appreciate it. And in July, I'm going to try my best, God willing, to cut down in a 1 hour, 2 hour interview, so to make it more productive. And I know you guys got stuff to do and family stuff, so so I'm going to work closely with you guys on practice. We're going to practice what we're going to time everything. We're actually going to do it like like the real way. So all of those that are planning to go live with me, I'm going to ask you guys if we can do a quick rehearsal, maybe the night before, at least the night before, just so we can stay within that, under an hour, or like 30 minutes, uh, 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 broadcast. Um, I want to say also the couple of plans I have for for the
All right,
fall
I'm back.
season.
I'm back.
Okay. No, I was about to give away my secrets for fall 2023. What I'm going to do with cool folks who love to bachata, but you saved them. You saved everyone. So I'm gonna hold off on that announcement until you know ending of the summer. But anyway, continue what you said. Oh, I just want to say what you did. You're cool. I like what you did. You see, this is why I wanted to bring you on, Suave. Like family comes first, to you. And
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, you're living proof of that. Like I know so many people there would be like, what? The baby's crying again? You handle it, honey. I'm live on it. You literally like, whoosh. So that tells me a lot about you. You're just. I
That's
mean,
that's
you're
that's my daughter,
yeah,
man. Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
do what
Heck
I
with
gotta do.
media.
You
Heck with the
gotta be there.
media and show business.
She's
Heck with
it's
that.
she's just going through. Yeah, she's just going through like she's teething. So for all your mummies and daddies out there, you know what that means.
Oh
It's not an
God.
easy period for a baby, so they get sick and their teeth are coming out, and you guys all know about it. So that's what she's going through now. She's doing great. It's just right now she's she's in that mood right now, but she's doing great. She saw daddy. She got a little happier.
Well,
But
that's what I wanted to ask you. That's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. One of the Roswell's questions. How does it feel like? Okay, um, when I met you, you weren't a daddy back then. This is still new to you. So now I can officially ask you this question because now you know how it's. Okay, you're a dad now. How does it feel now? You're a dad a couple years ago you weren't a dad. Now you're a dad and you're still doing this, suave beat stuff and you're still loyal and commitment. There's a lot of pressure on you. There's a lot of, you got to be, there's role models here. You got to be a role model to the media, a role model to your wife, now a role model to your kid, a role model to Roswell. I mean, how do you keep it together and not get burnt out? How do you, you're organized. I know that for sure. If you're not organized, you would not even be here with me. So I don't know. How do you manage it? Your dad, your cool husband and your, cool friend, your cool lawyer who kept I just want everyone to know when Suave said he's going to do something with me, he's going to do it. And most people. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to get yelled at. But a lot of people that's like, yeah, Russell, we're going to go live with you. But, oh no, I can't do. Or Russell, yeah. Test me back home. And Suave is like 1, 2, 3. Roswell, you ready or not, bro? You know.
we ain't waiting.
What
No
is it like?
wasting time here.
What is it like? How do you feel now? Do you feel like how do you manage? Now that you're, you know, half of your 90% of your life is now, family oriented, and how do you so not disregard the media life and stuff? And there's a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure.
You well, like you said, organize, prioritize, and I put my family first before anything. And but I also I'm honest with my clients and my partners. If I can't do something, I won't do it. They understand. You just have to be clear, honest,
Hmm.
and honest with yourself first of all.
Okay.
Can you do this? Can you do it the way you originally planned? But now things have changed. Now you got a daughter. Now you got a family. Now you got a dog. You know, whatever your life change. You don't know what's gonna happen in life. You got to be prepared. It's not it's not what you go through. It's how you come out of it.
Right.
So you gotta you just have to be strong minded. And I'm not saying that I'm the strongest man in the world and everything,
Mhm.
but as a human, as a man, you gotta accept the responsibilities and what you can do and what you cannot do, and prioritize what's important, and everything will come together. Because uh, as I prioritize my time with my family and uh, and stuff like that, personal, you know, I don't mix them together. I make sure, you know, when I schedule, you know, all the gigs come up, I get asked when I'm available and stuff like that. When I'm talking with my agent and managers and partners, and sponsors, I'm always, you know, that's what you need to think of what works for you. You know, don't let your ego, and we're going back to the ego thing again. Don't let your ego and your wants and overthrow your love for your family. Um, you have to just know what you can do and do it around what's important. So that's just how I do it. Uh, you know, some people will not understand it, and some people totally understand it, and that's fine. It's not for everybody, but I'm a workaholic, and especially when it comes to things that I love to do, like DJing. It doesn't really feel like work. It feels like I'm doing something fun. After, you know, I take care of the loved ones. I do my I you know, we travel, and I also don't mix. I mean, this is just me personal. I'm not saying whoever does it. Just disclaimer: if you like posting stuff online about your family and stuff like that, that's great, fantastic. You know, it's a, me personal. I don't do that. I don't. I keep my DJ and entertainment and dancing and club nightclub business on Facebook and away from social media. I enjoy my personal life. You have to separate the both because, you know, there's entertainment can become very dramatic and difficult. You just have to really handle yourself with emotional intelligence and with thick skin and smartly, and also have compassion for whoever's talking bad about you, whoever's talking negative. You're always going to get that, but you just have to handle yourself with class and always give an example, because that person that's talking against you, when they meet you in person, especially when you don't, you know, engage, and they meet you in person and you're just yourself. And that's what happened to me here, you know. As I as I did a lot of stuff out here, the more stuff you I'm actually not used to that part of it because of in the past. Once it doesn't matter who, everybody that succeeds is gonna ruffle some feathers. That's just a given. And stuff is gonna happen. Life happens, business happen, disagreements happen, and you know, and I made a lot of mistakes in the past that really uh, taught me to do better. You know, because I'm not perfect. I made my mistakes in the past. I failed some people in the past, and I mean, you just have to learn from that, accept responsibility for what was done, accept what you did wrong, and move forward. I mean, that part of that is military. You have to accept responsibility, you know, and as a man too, that's to me, it's a man thing. You know, you gotta. I know women, you women accept responsibility, but you guys know what I mean. You know, you gotta be an open book, willing to learn, and don't let your ego take over and better yourself as a person by those mistakes. Mistakes makes you stronger. So you know that's why I'm where I'm at. Getting booked every week, every almost every weekend. So and you just have to do things right.
Um, oh my God, I feel I can hug you, man. I can hop on a plane ride and come to Las Vegas, give you a big hug, bro. That's so.
Give a
It's
Vegas hug.
yeah, it's like I can feel it from your heart when you talk. Like I've been doing interviews for a while now, and I mean even before I did Cool Folks, like other stuff I did back in the day. You can tell when it's coming from here more than here. You, it's like it's coming from here. There's no doubt about it. Like when you respond to my questions and how you say. It's not like you can't rehearse stuff like this before an interview. You know that this is something
No, we
comes.
don't we
It
don't
comes
rehearse.
like here. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
Yeah.
I respect that everything that you said. I love the part about, you know. I just want to say something about like the social media stuff. You mentioned a point where, you know, it's, you know, you're not gonna like advertise or use your family or your daughter like, you know, publicity or marketing or to promote stuff. And you know, and I respect you for saying that, because I was getting a lot of criticism from people 3 years ago when I was asking them, hey, do you guys want to join my cool folks stuff? Roswell, I just got into a relationship. I don't think I should join because what if, you know, my ex sees me and what, or Roswell, no, 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 no. I mean, I'm going to an interview, and what if my boss knows that I'm a dancer? And then, you know, all of this stuff. As I said,
Yeah, yeah.
see, when you guys look at my profile, I know my profile is, you don't see me like talking about, like, who I dated, who I plan to sleep with, or, which job I had and it didn't work out, or like, what's going on with my mom. I mean, you guys kind of know me now that, my mom is not well, my dad is not well, but that's the limit. I mean, you don't see me like posting pictures of my parents or my dad. My dad is like he's half dying. He has a tube in his stomach. He's a, he can pass away like any minute. You don't see me posting pictures. I say, oh look, my dad has a tube in his stomach. But y'all have to dance in 5 p.m. No, you don't see. So, there's a limit to everything, and I think DJ Suave Beats. I want to say that okay. This is for everyone in general. You control the media. The media does not control you. Okay, so I just want everyone to really absorb what I say, because I mean, right now I made it. I don't know. DJ. I'm sorry. Suave Beats. I made an announcement today. I don't know if you've seen it. My announcement was like, guys, please. This is a bachata dance Facebook. Just post stuff that's dance related. And there's a reason I'm doing that is because my promise to Facebook 3 years ago was only to try my best, to encourage you guys only to do dance stuff. If you guys want to post personal stuff, then do it on your personal Facebook, but not this, because that's, so because I've been seeing like pictures of people and their family and then bad stuff, and then people, somebody saying, oh, I think I'm going to go, jump off a bridge or whatever. I mean, don't do that. I mean, but I'm just saying, try to separate the two, because when you begin to mix things up, then problems begin. It's like, oh, here's a good example. It's like you work 9 to 5, like I do legal work, 9 to 5, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I don't want to bring my legal problems with me or think about my boss said. I want to be with my family. I want to think about cool folks who love the bachata. Try to. Here is where a strong man or a woman come. You have to make your own path. You have to say no, like I was saying before. Say no, say yes, know how to pull yourself back and not pull yourself in too much, So that's a good point you made, Suave Beat. And I know I'm going way off in this
No,
interview.
no, no, no.
But it's very
This is
important,
great.
especially for the young ones. And I'm all about the young people, doing things the right way. Yes, social media is here, but please, please, please don't let it consume you, because once it consumes you, ah, it's hard to, you know. So that's a good point. And the second thing I wanted to say, also going back to the point of how you bounce, quote unquote, you bounce back into the media. Um, and this goes with a couple interviews this week and last week, guys. Most of you guys are dancers. That's great. It's a job for you guys. But for those of you who doesn't, who's not a job, try to have a limit. Try to have a balance. Okay. I promised my mom I wasn't going to say this on air. She's like, Russell, you might be offending all your friends and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to help you. So try to have a balance in everything that you do. There's 7 days a week, right? No, yeah, seven. I had to think about that. 7 days a week, right? Don't spend like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the dancing, 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 dancing. I mean, it's just your job or whatever. Even if it's your job, try to do other stuff, because there's going to be one day you're going to wake up, you're going to be 102 years old, 103 years old, in my case, 103 years old, I'm planning to live, a couple more years. And you're going to be like, oh, I missed out on this. I missed out on that. I should have done this. I should, you know, and so I think this goes back to this entire 2 hour conversation, 2 hour we've been talking, 2 hour conversation that starts with, you know, trying to manage life, trying to prioritize, try to, just be truthful to yourself and be like, think about the next day and just all I'm trying to say is just that try not to, you know, think about why you dance. Think about why you go to Congress. Think about why you're going to Miami this week. You're doing it because you love it, because you want to, right, Suave? This, I'm not talking only to you, but for everyone. You dance because you want to, not because you have to. Okay? I just want everyone to remember that. You're not going to the dance floor to pick up a girl, pick up a guy, have an intention. You're going there with an open heart, an open mind, and just hoping for the best. And so again, especially the young ones that are listening to this, please, try to keep a balance in everything that you do. Even if you're not dancing, whatever you do, your work, your school, whatever, try to keep a balance because when you keep a balance, you have more opportunities in life. That's all I'm going to say, Suave Beats. I don't want to carry this interview into a different level, but that's all I wanted to say. Now, advice you have for children, okay? Advice you have for your children. When I was a kid, my parents always used to tell me, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, just don't even think about the arts, don't think about acting, don't think about, there's nothing wrong with that, but, just try to, think about other stuff, but kids, if you guys are listening, like my advice is no, actually, no, Suave, you do the talking here. I'm not gonna, just I'm interviewing you, bro. So you can tell some kids some advice who might want to like pursue dancing and all of that stuff. I don't know. What advice do you have to give for the young ones?
Well, by all means, pursue and try. Um, Try different things. You're never gonna know what you're gonna end up loving to do.
One of the things I learned later in life, I wish I would have known when I was younger, because I had those strict parents that were like, you gotta have a career, you gotta be a doctor, lawyer,
You got,
I pursued that.
but it ended up being not what I wanted. Um, and my brother in Puerto Rico. He actually, I mentor him as the big brother. Uh, since I went through the experience, I didn't want the same thing to happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my brother, hey, he wanted to be a doctor.
Hmm.
That was the big, yeah, that was the big career that he wanted to do. But I told him, okay, you sure you want to be a doctor? He's like, I think it's cool. I like bodies and whatever. The doctors like people in the medical field like.
Yeah, I like dead
Um, I
bodies.
I told them, okay, make sure if your school does a trip to any of the college, they do trips to the medical colleges and stuff like
Mhm,
that.
mhm,
Make sure you go, try every field. It's not just doctor. There's other things.
mhm.
You could be a what they call it, like the assistant, medical
Yeah, yeah,
assistant,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and
Medical
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
know what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
other avenues. I emphasize that. Hey, there's doctor, but there's also this. There's also this. There's also this. He's like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. Something that we would have loved to know, right, guys?
Mhm,
Somebody would have told us. It would have been nice. But he's casually was like, all right, big bro, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna try different things
mhm,
as I'm in college studying in this field. He's in college. He was in college studying this field, and he went through different different areas of medicine.
mhm,
Um, but as he explored, he started inclining. He started going towards robotics, medical robotics.
wow. Okay.
Now he's a manager back in Puerto Rico. He works for Johnson and Johnson. He's a manager mechanic, like a head mechanic for the robotics that make the plastic and stuff for the
Mhm,
medicine world.
mhm,
So he found his passion, like what he loved as a job, and he didn't find it like he knew from kindergarten. He,
mhm,
he he knew he's gonna go directly there. No, he just explored every avenue, and then especially things that you like to do.
mhm,
It doesn't matter. You like to be a janitor. You're passionate about being a janitor. go be a janitor, explore different avenues of janitor, drive the machine, or I don't know about be the one with the keys, or use the mop, try different mops. And the reason why I use that analogy, I just remember in the Navy there was a a good friend of mine, Filipino second class petty officer.
Uh-huh.
Uh, he, I was helping with cargo, and I told he had asked me, "Hey, my friend, what do you do up? What do you do up in?" Because we were in the carrier. What do you do up on the decks? I'm like, "Oh, I'm an aviation mechanic." And he's like, "Oh, that's very nice. Guess what? I'm gonna retire in 2 days doing this." And he's mopping, and I'm like, "Hmm, this guy's about to retire, get a pension the rest of his life, just mopping. In the meantime, I'm upstairs, full of grease and jet fuel, and,
I know.
getting paid. He's higher ranking because in the military, rank, it doesn't matter what you do. If you're a cook or a engineer, rank is what the pay. It's the pay difference. So, and he was higher ranked than me at the time, and he was a cook, and all he did was mop the kitchen. And he's like, I did this for 20 years now. I can get my. So it's not. Don't. What I'm trying to say is don't. I know there's a culture of be a fireman, be this, be a lawyer, be no. Try go towards your interest and explore different avenues of your interests, because that one thing you're gonna know. That one thing you love, you're gonna know. And you want to go for it. And your hobbies, that applies to your hobbies too. So careers and hobbies, go for it. Because because if you love what you do, it's not gonna be work. It's not. You know, it's not work for me to go DJ at and it's they schedule me. Yeah, it's scheduled. I gotta get there on time. Just like a job. But I don't care. I don't care that it's a job, because I will go there. I love it. I'll be there 30 minutes prior, setting up, and even and when if something were to go wrong, technically, I don't panic or get frustrated, or oh my god, I'm not meant for this. No, no,
Like
you
I do.
power through and figure it out and make it happen, because you want this party to happen. You want to do this. That's what it takes. And my brother, look, I took my brother so many gigs throughout the years,
Hmm.
and this is what I love about my brother. And my wife does the same thing too.
Hmm.
Uh, I took my brother to. I remember when I was doing Orlando. I was everywhere in Orlando back in the day. Everywhere in Florida, really.
Hmm.
Um, I would take him to the socials. Ton of girls. You know what I'm saying? And they were all asking him like, "Oh, Suave Beats brother. Oh, he's attractive. He's very,
Uh-huh.
he's a good catch." So I kind of have to
Uh-huh.
protect him about so he was getting all the ladies, and he's like, "Nice to meet you. Hi." You know, and he sees hundreds of people dancing, and his brother doing the DJ thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, so cool, right?" And he's like, "So this is cool. It's a nice hobby." You know, I'm like, "Bro, like all these girls are asking for your number." "Oh yeah, they all seem nice." Casual, the most casual guy, ever. And I love him for it. But the thing is, like, what's if he was passionate about DJing, he would know right there. Like, oh my God, this is something I love. Oh, bro, you got to show me, But no, he's in the robotics world. He loves, he loves the technology. He loves that. He's always talking about boring stuff to me, about his boring job to me, but he loves it. You know, I mean, it's not really boring. It's robotics. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. So
No, it's
he's doing a
cool.
lot of cool stuff,
Cool.
and
Robotics. Yeah.
and I'm super fascinated. But I'm mainly happy he found what he didn't expect to be there. He
Mhm.
just found by exploring the options. So do not let what people say define what you want to do. You do what you want to do because you love it. That's what you felt like. That's why I use the janitor, and that's why I use the janitor.
Mhm.
I know nobody wants to be a janitor, but it just makes it be more understandable that if you're passionate about doing that, do it,
Mhm.
and you're gonna the janitor. If you love being a janitor, you're not gonna feel like you're at work. You're gonna look forward to mop that floor and wax that floor. So
Right. I
that's
mean,
that's that's how you gotta look at it. The kids, that's how you gotta look at it.
right.
Go through what attracts you and explore and make sure you're just gonna know. I know it's weird to say that. It's undescribable when you find that thing that you love and you be passionate about. A lot of dancers, I think they can relate because they love dancing.
Mm.
They love it. That's why they go every weekend and stuff like that. But it applies to the career and what you want to do as well.
Yeah, I
And
mean, you got to be.
yeah,
I mean, I expect what you just said. I mean, thank you so much. Sometimes I just feel like you're talking to me. I don't know. Like it's like this is for Roswell. Everyone, log off. This
no,
is
no,
for Roswell. He's
everybody,
like
everybody.
he's like 102 years old and he still doesn't know what he wants. No, I'm just kidding. But no, but I
No,
guess I
man,
mean,
no, come
I,
on,
okay. I guess the story
don't
with
say
me,
that.
as everyone knows, and you probably got a little idea. I'm not. I wasn't really that type. I didn't. I didn't really explore stuff. I didn't really like. Oh my God, look! I never got high.
Me,
Never
me neither.
drunk. I mean, so some of those stuff I feel like it's good. I mean, there's nothing wrong that like I come from like a strict household and my family is like don't do those stuff or whatever. I mean, thank God they were strict because I would never have made it. Do my my undergraduate, my master's, doing the doctoral program. All of this stuff, doing cool folk. So that's good. I had like I always had like there was a tight leash on my back, growing up, and everyone was like, no, there's no ifs and buts. You just go this way, Roswell, and that's that. Okay. But the bad thing is that, and this is where you come in based upon what you just said about the janitor and everything and, exploring. And so I never really had that opportunity. I didn't really have that opportunity to explore. I didn't have the opportunity to like, oh God, you know what? I think I want to explore dancing or acting or whatever. No, so, and that's bad because when a child is not given, that opportunity to explore, they can become rebellious in the future or not know what to do or just wait until, what they call them late bloomers or whatever. So, I don't know how they say it in Puerto Rico, but late bloomers, like he didn't like bite the orange. He never, you don't know what Adam and Eve yet. He doesn't even know who Adam is. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, I'm happy that you said that because, based on how a child was raised, the role models they have, the influence can make a kid go this way or that way. So I just, and this goes back with, a little sociology involved here, like, it's like saying, I mean, I'm black, as everyone know, I'm a little black, I'm Indian, black, white. And I can speak when I say this, like there's a lot of other like people minorities or whatever or people that are black or whatever they didn't have the upbringing or the strict enforcement that I did and they're they're this way but it doesn't have to be that way. There's some of us that we made it to the White House. We got the Oscar awards. We have our own shows. So I guess what I'm trying to say is not like an ethical thing. It's not like if you're a Pacific minority or Pacific race, if you're Latin, black, white, it's not that. It's just that your upbringing. Like I don't know, man. There's like nature over nurture, or one of those things. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just saying it's good to have when you have that strong support. It's good, and it's good, to encourage your kids to actually, like Suave was saying, just give them that opportunity to be them, give them the opportunity to be a child, give them, be there for them, but as a shelter, as a back, but just help them realize what they want to realize, so they can, um, you know, enjoy what they do and be passionate about what they do. Okay, now Suave Beats, we have to talk about. Yes, sir. Okay, we're going to talk about Suave. Just sent me a friendly message. Okay, so Suave. enough about that kid stuff. Okay, so you guys know what to do. Okay, just Anyway, Miami's coming up. Okay, so and I'm going to be in Miami this Saturday. Okay. I'm going back to Miami. I was just in Miami like 4 weeks ago. I'm going back, but I have a good reason to go
Nice,
because
nice.
Suave is going to be there, and all my friends from New York is going to be there, and friends, Central Movement, my friends and stuff. Everyone's going to be there. So I'm coming back. You know, um, Suave, how does it feel to know that in a couple days, or you'll be doing your stuff, and like how like, are you excited, are you nervous, like, do you have song, bro? I have to give you a list. I meant to tell you that, man. I got to give you a list of Roswell songs.
Sure.
I got a list of lines. No, I'm not gonna do that.
No,
No,
no, no,
but,
no. I
but
like I like when people send me stuff. I mean, artists send me stuff, and everybody's so it's the more the merrier, man. I'm happy with that. But I am excited about Miami. I am super excited. Great memories in Miami. In the past, I worked a lot with Jorge Charun and Mike Calderon. Those two, I love those two, and those are my bros forever. Um,
okay.
and we did a lot of work down there, and I have a lot of fond memories of Miami. So the fact that going back to work with some fantastic people from Central Movement,
Mhm.
we're gonna be partying hard, and what I'm excited about is that I'm bringing my team. 5 Star Entertainment will be in the house
Oh,
in
wow.
at Miami Paradise Bachata Festival. We're gonna even be hosting our unofficial room party for whoever wants to join. Uh, we're gonna have we're gonna do our Las Vegas style pre-party before the main party, which is obviously at the main rooms in the festival. So the good DJs of all the good DJs from Central Movement doing their thing. We're gonna enjoy it and dance all night long in Miami, bachata. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and
Wait,
we're
when is
gonna be
this?
hosting.
When are you doing the roof? I'm not. When is it? When are you doing the roof thing? Like, when is that gonna
No,
happen?
it's not a roof thing. It's a room like a suite. We have a suite in the
Oh,
hotel that we're gonna be doing pre parties and after parties.
so on
So
Saturday, it's gonna.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's just for
Okay, okay,
whoever wants to
yeah,
pregame before the main event.
okay,
It's just for us because it's mainly because I want my friends and team and partners from Bachata Addicts Orlando to meet with my 5 Star Entertainment Las Vegas crew. We're gonna party together, and then
okay.
everybody else in the festival is welcome as well. I will be DJing in the room because they
Hmm.
want me to DJ some hip hop mixed with Latin and other music and party tropical. I mean, it's gonna be lit in there, like the young kids say. It's gonna be fire. It's well, some young kids are gonna cringe with this, but it's gonna slap.
Where are you going to be on
It's gonna
Saturday,
be.
bro? I want to see. So Saturday when I show up, which are you're going to be like what hour are you playing? I want to make sure I'm there when so I can say hello to you. Like when
Well,
you
we'll definitely meet. We'll definitely meet before that. Before what time you getting there Saturday?
are you ready for this?
I'm ready, man. Tell me. Tell me.
You're not gonna believe this if I tell you. You're not. If
No,
I
tell
tell
me.
you, you're
Tell
gonna
me.
laugh
Tell
at
me
me.
what
I'm getting
time.
up. Oh God,
What time?
I love you guys so much. Guess what I'm doing? New York, I love you guys. I am taking like a 3 a.m. flight Saturday morning. Hear me out for a few. 3 a.m. I know 3 a.m. to get there by
Yes.
8 a.m.
Yes.
And then I go straight to the workshop, hang out with you guys, give everyone a big hug. Then I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna sleep. I'm just gonna like just hang out there, talk to everyone, and then come to the events, come say hi to you and everyone. I can't believe I'm doing that. I have not done something like this since I was like, oh, never. So, but I got to do it because you guys are good people, and I can't stay longer because like you and I talked about my mom, and I have to be back in New Jersey. But I'm going to be half awake, but I just want to I wanted to be there because I like those events that it's anything with Central Movement when they host something. They're cool and they're good people, and they deserve, they deserve for me to come, even though I'm
Yeah,
half away.
I
I
enjoy.
just gotta come.
Yeah, I totally enjoy being part of their DJ team. They're happy to be contracted with them. Um, and they doing good work. They're doing a lot of good work, and I love it. And I'm actually very excited to see you. It's been. I mean, we interact all the time, but see you in person. It's always a treat. It's always great. So I'm actually looking forward to that, and we can hang out. Um, we'll have
Okay.
some coffee definitely, since you're gonna be half awake.
Yeah, I know it's kind of. I'll be honest. I mean, I was trying to get like a earlier flight, but I wasn't sure if I was going to come or not because I just got back from Atlanta 3 weeks ago, and then everyone is like, "Ross, you're not going to come." I'm like, But I just got to come. Plus, Miami is my home, as you know. I used to live in Miami 3 years ago, before I moved to Atlanta. So
Okay, okay.
Miami has always, been my home. So I'm just afraid that I might not want to come back to New Jersey the next day because when you come to Miami, you don't want to just come for like a day and a half. It's just but anyway, Las Vegas. Okay, let's talk about that. Real quickly. I know you're a kid, and like, Daddy, why are you spending so much time talking to that freak? Doesn't he have
Nah,
so
we're fine. We're fine.
yeah,
We'll
like,
we'll
but
fine. We're good.
Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Congress coming up July 4th weekend, which is the weekend after the Miami
It's good.
festival. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
So yeah, June 30th to the 3rd to July 3rd
wow.
weekend. So not this weekend, obviously, the following weekend. The Las Vegas Super Congress. It's gonna be at the Tropicana. We're gonna have bachata artist Jay Sales in the bachata room Saturday.
Mhm.
He's gonna be performing his mini concert at the Congress.
Mhm.
The good folks are from EQS and the Las Vegas Super Congress brought him and
Mhm.
have him there. I'm gonna be DJing in the bachata room. I'm also
Okay.
doing the salsa room, but mainly the bachata room. I'm gonna be
Uh-huh.
doing the last couple hours, so late into the night when things are still wild. Um, and then I'm also gonna be doing the pool parties, which is a huge thing in Vegas. You cannot throw.
Like, not, you cannot have a pool party in Las Vegas. It's a crime to not have it.
So we're gonna I'm gonna be doing that with the great DJ Mágico from San Diego. We're both gonna throw down at the pool party. There's a lot of workshops, a lot of people from everywhere in that Congress. From New York, New Jersey, some Central Movement people will be there. All pretty much the best DJs from the California scene. Those are the guys that I'll be working with. I'm pretty much the only Puerto Rican there, the only island boy in there that's gonna be
Oh,
throwing down with the Cali folks. So it's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. We're also gonna host as well before the Congress. My five-star entertainment. We're gonna be for those who are early in Las Vegas. We're gonna have a
okay.
bachata night available. If you guys show your passes, I mean, I gotta talk to my team to you guys follow us in five-star entertain Las Vegas five-star entertainment to get more details. But uh, but my team, they have put something special together that's gonna allow whoever has a pass for the Las Vegas Super Congress, they come in for free. So you guys come in for free, and we have drink specials. We even have our exclusive bachata candy, which is a very popular shot for those bachateros who like to drink to get started. And then there's plenty of water. There's plenty of water. There's a ton of water, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then and yeah, it's a we're gonna be hosting that before the event for those who are because there's always people early here. All the Californians start coming out here and checking into their hotel, and all the Arizona, Texas, Utah, Seattle, and some East Coast people. I mean, New York is in the house a lot. every year. So they always I see them in the pool, dancing to the Oro Solido merengue. They get crazy, and it's a good time. Are you're going, right, Roswell? Sorry that I'm asking. I just want to see if I heard right. You're going, or is it the next time?
Miami,
No,
the
no,
Miami
Las
was not
Vegas,
Las
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
I know you're gonna beat the crap out of me, bro.
You can't.
I the problem is that, and I let everyone know. The thing is that I mean, I don't really have anyone to watch my mom and stuff. That's the stuff.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
that's
No, no,
not
no. Yeah, yeah. No, I thought. Yeah.
the only reason I'm sneaking away to Miami for one night is just because I found like my sister or whatever to watch her for that one night and stuff. But I be honest, I was God is my witness. My intention was really to you know come also the
Yeah,
weekend say
yeah.
hello to you. I've never been to Las Vegas, as you know, and I know we had this talk a year ago and stuff. It's just that I have a new
Totally
job now.
understand.
I'm caretaker of my 80-year-old mom. So
Totally
for the
understand.
summers.
No, I apologize, Roswell, because we did talk some like a month or two ago. I know you were planning, but it wasn't sure. So I was just making sure if you were going. But if you're not, don't worry about it. Look, this is Las Vegas. There's all types of stuff going on, especially now that I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the fray here, out here. There's, I got you. We're gonna have a good time when you guys visit. That goes to all of you as well. Don't feel shy about messaging me if you guys are coming to Vegas. I mean,
Mm,
Vegas, there is something going on every weekend. Um, I have my Thursdays, and then
mm,
how it works with me out here is that I do everything is on rotation. Like some socials are once a month. I
mm,
also do different things, so not everything is a social. I also do lounge, so it's
mm,
like loungy music and clubby. I do the big clubs, those get wild, and there's options. So if you want to do dancing one night and then party the next for that Las Vegas experience, don't be afraid to ask me, or if you go to Las Vegas 5 Star Entertainment and message us there, we can definitely give you the update and what you guys need. Even if it's not our own event, we are aware of Club Dryas. They always have Little John DJing there. They always have Paulie D at the Cosmopolitan DJing over there at the Marquee. They always have celebrity. There's celebrities all the time out here. So there's something for everything for everybody. And a lot of dancers already have contacted me and been like, hey, I want to dance one night, but I also want to, enjoy some Vegas. And I
yeah.
always I always send links and invitations
You
and
know, something. I'll be honest. I still feel a little guilt here because I remember the conversation we had when I was in Florida. Yeah, I was telling you, oh yeah, 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 I'll be there. And now, like a week before your event, I'm like, oh my mom. I'll be
no, no,
honest with you.
no,
It's
don't
just
feel
that a
no,
lot of stuff.
no.
I just want everyone to notice. I not only promises I keep to SuaveBeats, and now I'm not fulfilling them. But just that I want
No.
everyone to know like things are kind of weird now since I got back here to New Jersey because it's like just a lot of stuff is going on, family stuff and everything.
Family
So
first. Family first,
yeah,
Roswell.
family's first. But this is what I want to do. By the grace of God, if I can find like an inexpensive airfare, like I would Miami, like the 3 a.m. flight. If I could, and I have to look into my piggy bank, to see, and if I can find someone to watch my mom, then then I'll be happy to come at least for a night, for one day or two. Because the thing about me, I want everyone to know is that I like to give support to all of you guys the best way I could. The best way. I mean, I feel bad that I can't fly across the country or go across Europe or whatever to meet the rest of you guys. But at least if I'm close by or I have the opportunity to meet the ones that are nearby here, the East Coast or whatever, I'll do my best. So Suave, I mean, don't rule me out yet. I mean, let's see. I just have to talk to my mom, see what could be done, look into my piggy bank, and see if I can get a 3 a.m. 4. I'm
Re-
gonna,
yeah,
I'm
remember
gonna
what we
see.
talked about. Yeah, remember what you talked about earlier, man. Priorities, family first. I
But
mean,
you
your
are
mom.
my priority.
No, no,
You
no,
are,
no.
bro. You are my your
I'm,
family.
dude.
I'm not saying that
I'm
because we're
always.
live. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
that
no.
because we're live. I mean that.
But
You
I'm
know.
always DJing, so you can go anytime. It doesn't have to be in the Congress. There's always other times you can go, and you can see more of the local Vegas. Because the Congress is gonna be fantastic, of course, but it's more of the people from all over. But if you want to experience the like Vegas scene and Vegas uniqueness and stuff like that, and in a social setting, then yeah, that's another great reason to come over as well. I mean, Vegas
When do
is
you come?
just
Right. When are you coming to New York? I wanted to ask you that before you go. When are you planning to come
so
back to New York for a visit?
it's going. We are in the planning because we have to set up the schedule because I am pretty busy out here in Las Vegas, and I get
Mhm.
booked 2 months ahead. So I have to, when it comes to New York with Central Movement, I already had the conversation with Anna. We're gonna be scheduling ahead of time, making sure all my bookings here are covered and the future bookings are good because I do have to the people I work with here in Las Vegas, you don't they're um there's more high stakes when it comes to
Mhm.
sponsors, and I cannot it's not a simple, oh, I gotta go DJ in South Carolina at a bachata social. I can't do the win and encore uh
Mhm.
hip hop night where they're gonna have the weekend there chilling. Oh, I can't do that. I gotta cancel that to go do the bachata. No, I can't do that. You know what I mean.
Right.
So
Right.
I have to prioritize my partners, sponsors, and franchise people out here first, and then I schedule the social stuff, which it's pretty easy to schedule way ahead of time. So,
Right.
hint, hint, I will be in Montreal, Canada.
Oh.
I'll make that down the road, but I will be up there. So for all the folks that are from Canada, I will be seeing you soon. Uh, I've been we've been in the talks for many years to go. It's been kind of like, hey, let's we would love to have you out here. Yeah, let's go. And we get distracted with other things, but finally
Mhm.
we we were like, all right, let's make it official. So we're gonna I'm gonna make an announcement about that soon with my team, and that's gonna be a great time. So looking forward to that, and many other congresses and events that uh, I will be attending as well. So that's all gonna be announced. So it's just
Oh.
right now we're in the scheduling. we're
Oh.
scheduling the
If
year.
you
So
if by chance you I'm planning to be here only until like the summer or whatever, but I'm planning to head back down south to like Georgia and Florida, like in the winter and stuff. If you happen to come down south, please let me know because I will be there. I just want to see you again, bro. I just want to give you a
yeah,
Roswell
you'll
hug.
see
I
me.
just want to, heck with the music, heck with the events, heck
This
with the
Saturday.
contracts and whatever. I just want to see, I'm the type of person like if after a while if I don't see someone like it's like literally nose to nose, I begin to freak out. I'm like, come on, I mean, So
this
I just
Saturday.
feel
This
that
Saturday,
I need
you'll
to make,
see,
I
you'll
need to
see
make an
plenty.
effort to like really, reach out to you because you reach out to me a lot and you make an effort
You too.
traveling anything
Do
you
the
do.
same. Don't.
Your
Yeah,
family, your
you do the
family.
same.
Um, I just want to say first of all, guess what?
What's up?
You know how long we've been talking?
Who cares? 2 hours now.
We we've been talking for let's say I timed it at 2 hours, 2 hours and 2 minutes. No, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. I think of all the interviews I've had so far, this is the longest interview ever, and I can't. No, okay, I want everyone to know this was not planned. Okay, I know I'm getting the criticism from everyone like every day. Russell, where are you going over 30 minutes? I can't help. This is the reason. This is cool folks who love the bachata. This is not a typical interview. When I talk to someone and I feel engaged with them and I feel comfortable, I just go in and go until they send me a message or they give me the look like it's bedtime. It's just who I am. Okay, so I know it's I gotta stop that. But Suave Beats is cool. He's a nice man. I can speak if I can speak to him all night if but the powers to be he got stuff to do. He has a family and stuff. But you know I enjoyed speaking with him for the second time, guys. Not the first, the second time. Okay, I just want to let everyone know because he's a great guy. And I want him to come back for a third time. I don't think we're gonna be able to do like 2 hours and five, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. No.
No, we can. No, we'll do what's necessary for you, brother. We'll do what's necessary.
1 hour and 58 minutes.
We'll make it into a mini series, right? We'll make it,
a mini series.
A mini series.
What is my lifetime? What is my lifetime?
We'll pitch it. We'll pitch it. We'll pitch it to Netflix. We'll pitch it to Netflix, and it'll be a success.
You're funny, but actually, I was thinking about that's part of the plan for September. I'm planning to make this a little bit more. I'm trying to take this up to the next level.
Do it. So do it.
That's part of the plan. There, you kind of read my. That's part of.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, a series like a soap opera, like a Las Vegas soap opera. Like a television series, like Roswell and Suave Beats. But no, but seriously,
I was gonna suggest. You how long have you been doing this? It hasn't been a year yet, right?
I know it feels like a year. Everyone is like, what? No, I just started. I was supposed to do it right after
in January.
Right after Christmas with you, and then a whole bunch of people that I announced, and then you remember the IT issues, and you remember what happened. I was like, so I don't think anyone's there. I don't think people are listening. So you remember? I was like, oh God.
I think it would be fun if we do your every year anniversary, like this interview, where we'll just talk about like. I like talking to you. We talk, so it's like we'll just do a reminiscent and a New Year resolution every time, every anniversary in your show, and then we can in the future look back and be like, look how cheap the show looked, and look what it is now. Like you look, maybe in 2 years from now, you may look like David Letterman or. Or Conan, you're gonna have your own little talk show. Hey, think big. You never know. You never know.
You never know. I mean,
the Roswell late night with Roswell. What?
No, but seriously. I mean, not to reveal too much what I'm gonna do in the future, but you hit it on the spot. I am planning to. All right, guys. Yeah. Okay. It's out. I am planning to do something like that.
Sorry, oh damn! I just guessed.
No. I am planning to do something like that right after these interview stuff. As everyone knows, I'm kind of new at this. I just, as everyone knows, I had so much like technical difficulties on my end. I didn't really set you guys up with passwords. Sometimes my screen would go blank. As everybody knows, I'm late for all my interviews. But the point is that I love what I do, and because I'm passionate. All of you guys that interview with me, from Wendy, from Rodrigo to all of you guys that Kevin, everyone that interviewed with me, we all agreed, everyone agreed that passion. If you have passion, you can go far. And I have passion, and you guys help me, especially you, Suave. You helped me to realize a lot of stuff about me that I didn't realize. I'm not joking. So these interviews not only help you, but it helped me also. And it gave me some good ideas, where I'm taking cool folks now. So that is definitely something that's gonna, I'm looking into, and because that's what I do. I like to talk. I like to talk. I like to listen. I like to help people, and this is how I like to help the dance world, giving you guys a chance to open up. Let people know more about you guys. You guys have brains. You guys. I don't want people to know you guys are just dancers. I mean, you guys are human. And I want people to see what I see. All right, that's the point of this interview. I want everyone to see the love that I see that you guys have for the world. All right, that's how I want to end this. But anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you Saturday somewhere. Somewhere. I'm gonna look for you. I'm gonna
Me
look
too.
for you. Okay, and I'm excited to come back, and hopefully, after Miami, we connect somehow. Somewhere somehow. But lots of luck to you if you don't see me at the Las Vegas. Um, everything that's coming up, I mean, lots of love to you, and I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. You're a good dad, so keep on being you. You're a good role model, and I would like everyone from Cool Folks who love the bachata and more, to really follow your footsteps. Okay. All right, bro.
I agree. I appreciate that very much, and I wish the same for you and for everybody that's listening and not and the ones that are watching this after or whatever they're doing. I always follow what you're passionate about. I mean, Roswell, you're a good example. You're doing what you're passionate about, and I can see clearly you're gonna have a talk show. Cool folks who loves bachata, the late night talk show. I see it. And
I
watch, we're
might
gonna
need a
look back on this
producer.
video.
I'm,
We're gonna watch back on this video and laugh about it because I already see it happening. You just continue doing what you're doing, interview all these talents because you got great talent coming in July, great talent in the future. People are taking interest and notice and respect for you. You just keep doing what you're doing. Just like we talked about earlier. Follow your that thing that makes you want to do what you do. And you know what I'm talking about. You all know what I'm talking about.
yeah, you're
Um,
such a good man, bro. I want to give you a hug right now. But anyway, let me not get too emotional on
Saturday,
camera.
Saturday,
Facebook is gonna be like, "That's not in the
Saturday.
contract, man. You gotta like keep yourself together." Okay. Anyway, go. I know you have. You really gotta go. It's late. Seriously, it's 11. Go. Your kid is waiting for you. Lots of love to you, and I'll see you Saturday. Okay. I'm gonna be half
I'll see you
awake.
Saturday, my
I'm
friend.
gonna be half awake, but I'm still
I'll
gonna
get you
be there.
coffee.
Okay.
I'll get you some coffee. I got
Have
you.
a good night.
Take care, my brother. Thank you so much for everything you do. And thank you, everybody, for your support. Always support everybody and positive vibes.
All right. Thanks a lot, bro. Peace out.
All right.